Live from the tower, it's Geek Empire, the Geeks strike back. I'm Warlock Nick.
I'm Titan Mike.
And I'm Hunter Eric.
We have a new guest this week. Another one of our friends who decided to join us today. So introduce yourself.
Yeah, Nick, these friends are starting to break the bank here. We should stop spending money on them.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, I get a discount at the Friend Factory, so...
There's discounts?
Yeah, if you go to Build-A-Bear enough times to give you a coupon, it's like, you have a lot of issues here. Go make a friend.
Yeah.
How many bears are you going to make? Well, this one has a different hat. They added a new... Can you imagine there are probably people out there who are like that? Like, who every time Build-A-Bear, puts out a new, here's a new, hat, or a new...
little accessory.
Yeah, new accessory, new shirt. They're all like, I have to get out there and grab it.
I'm not even gonna lie. There was a point where they had a Charmander and a Pikachu one, and I wanted them.
Oh, I
actually wanted them.
If you could customize a little more than that, if they had the outfits that you could put Pikachu in, what was it in
the cosplay Pikachu? And
yes,
X and Y?
Yes, the cosplay Pikachu.
That'd be fun.
Oh my god, I would put him in the Luchador. I like the Samurai, but he looked funny in the Luchador.
Yeah. I'd have the dress, the southern.
You put him in the dress?
Wow.
Wait, was it a male Pikachu?
Maybe.
So when did they add the
Did
heart?
you assume it's gender?
Well, isn't it didn't they use they added the heart-shaped tail to the female Pikachu?
Yeah, the female Pikachus have a heart shape.
That's so fucking stupid.
Anyway, back to Eric.
So yeah, introduce yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
I'm Eric. I do nothing.
That is the best.
That's
the best explanation you are possibly going to hear from this guy. Oh yeah, by the way, we're starting a Kickstarter campaign to buy him a personality. Maybe he might smile at some point. So we're putting it out there. If you guys want to donate to help the Eric Foundation, you could probably use it to fight cancer, but we're going to use it to get our friend here emotions.
Yeah, it's extra DLC from the Friend Factory.
Yeah, when you buy the base model, it just stares at you and just expressionless.
Well, I didn't realize you had to pay so much to customize it.
Oh yeah, dude! If you want happiness, that's costs you extra. If you want
it comes with self-loathing.
It comes with self-loathing.
And
what was it? I want to say it was it maybe Mad TV who had Tickle Me Emo, and it was an Elmo dog that had emotional problems, and it would literally cut itself, and I hate
Jesus.
you, I hate you.
I love those videos that circulated the internet for a while. They would light a Tickle Me Elmo on fire and hit the button.
Oh, dude!
It'd just be It's just wreathed in flames, and it's just laughing, saying it tickles. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's
Elmo
terrifying.
from hell.
And the fur disappears too, so it's all the machinery, and you're just
shit.
oh dear God, kill it with fire.
There was this TV show that was on Sci-Fi for a while. I don't know if it is on anymore. Where they're the pickers or Pawn Stars, but they deal in movie memorabilia. So one time they found a screen used prop of the guy in the garbage can.
Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch, yeah. So they found a screen used, Oscar the Grouch, and so they took it to auction. You know how much this fucking thing sold for?
$10,000.
No, more.
$5.
No, that went down. I said more.
32,000.
No, it was above 100,000.
Really?
It sold for it was $160,000.
Jesus Christ! For a fucking Muppet?
Yeah, no, it wasn't a Muppet. It was.
I know it wasn't a Muppet, but
Sesame
still.
Street. I think they were made by the same people, actually, weren't they?
I think so.
Wasn't there at one point Muppets on Sesame Street?
I think the creators got into a huge fight and created their own shows or something like that.
I mean, because I know Jim Henson created the Muppets. Were the Muppets before the Sesame Street show?
I don't know.
Somebody Google that and let us know. Cause
well, that seems like one of the things you should probably look at before you.
No, you know how they had the on was it ABC that they had the adults more orientated, mature orientated Muppets TV series.
Yeah.
They need to do that for Sesame Street. Do that for Sesame Street.
You just see Big Bird on the street corner, just, hey guys, I'll suck your dick for some coke.
Yeah,
it's a little too real. I don't know.
The Count's a pimp. Elmo's a drug addict. The word of the day is thrieve.
Bert murders Ernie.
I thought that already happened.
Oh, won't surprise me.
I thought they were closet homosexuals, and then somebody had told me dude, they're brothers, aren't they? I'm like,
Yeah,
I thought
brothers.
they were best friends or something.
No, the brothers.
Are they fucking serious?
I'm almost positive they were brothers.
They have 2 different colored skin tones. Like one of them's like red, one of them's blue or orange and blue or some shit or green.
That's racist.
I don't think that's physically. I mean, maybe it's possible to have like one white kid and one black kid, but like in this case, can you have an orange kid and a green kid? Like, does that make any fucking sense?
Maybe one's very sick and maybe the other's very sunburned. You don't know.
I used to have a theory that Elmo was actually like Yoda's brother.
What?
I don't like when I was really really young. I used to watch. I wasn't a huge Sesame Street guy, but I always used to watch like Scooby Doo and shit. But I always used to like assume that like Elmo was related to Yoda.
I mean, I guess if you really, really stretch it and really, really squint your eyes, maybe if you're colorblind, it would work.
Oh my god, this fucked me up. You know that show Supernatural?
Yeah.
They're having a crossover with Scooby Doo.
Everything crosses over with
the
Scooby-Doo.
animated show?
They had
Yeah,
a WWE special.
You saying Supernatural had an anime? It was like a 1-season anime.
Really?
Yeah, I shit you not. Supernatural had an anime. It was 1 season. It like explored like the very first season of the original Supernatural like live action TV series.
See, that I'd watch.
Oh, it's actually pretty good. It is actually pretty fucking good. It's hysterical. So, but I assumed like, okay, maybe they can do something like that. No, they took the live action guys and like I guess what they're gonna do is like they're gonna have like them like transport to an alternate dimension or some shit like that, or they're cartoon and they're gonna like. Because like Scooby Doo gets mentioned in like Supernatural and shit or something like that. Like it's like oh like super like what the fuck? It's gonna be like mixed into each other and it makes absolutely no fucking sense.
Maybe it'll be like those live action Scooby Doo movies and they'll interact with that gang. That'd be pretty funny.
No, it's completely cartoon. But I'm like, it's like Scooby Doo gonna be like possessed by Satan.
That'd be funny.
That would be the most metal Scooby Doo thing ever.
What if that's why he could talk the entire
Oh
time?
my god!
He's just possessed.
Can that be a thing? Scooby Doo is the devil. He is possessed. He's the yellow-eyed demon. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Oh my god! Like this entire time, like him, like he's gonna like
He
sacrifice.
just wanted to show up and smoke weed with Shaggy. That's all it was.
You think that's like why like he's been self-medicating like Shaggy like just constantly smokes weed around and like he's always tripping balls, so he's always like really cool. But like once he like gets all that weed out of his system, he's like, I need to sacrifice Shaggy now, and then just murders him and then sacrifices him to Satan.
Hey, here's a Scooby smack. Scoob. Okay, you can live for now.
I'm gonna murder you, Shaggy.
One of these days you'll run out of Scooby snacks.
You know what I don't know if I feel bad for or I think it's just kind of fucked up, but the guy who played Shaggy in the live action movies voices Shaggy in all the anime shit now.
Does it? Oh, just
Yeah, like, I mean, at least he's getting work, but like,
right. I mean,
like that is beyond typecasting,
right?
At least like
to literally not just be known as a specific character, but a specific character from every form of.
because it's like at least like Adam West. Rest his soul. Like when, like after he was done with Batman, shit like that. Like I know he like
was Catman on
like
on Fairly Odd
Parents. Like he was Mayor Adam West in fucking Family Guy, shit like that. But it was at least he wasn't like he was constantly playing Batman because it was all he was good for. But this poor bastard's like I played Shaggy twice in 2 live action movies. Now that's all I can fucking do. I'm playing a stoner for the rest of my life, which would actually be a really cool gig, but...
I actually saw a video of this little girl meeting him, and he's, like, the coolest dude in the world.
Oh, dude,
like, he was so, like, into it, and, like he was talking with her, she had the biggest smile on her face. It was fucking adorable.
There is something about people mean, like... Here's the thing, like, live-action actors are one way, but I've yet to hear a bad story about somebody meeting a voice actor. Mm-hmm. They're always fucking super cool. I've yet to hear one single bad story of, like this like 13-year-old met, like, the voice of Bart Simpson.
Yeah.
And anyone knows, like, she's, like, this, like, I want to say, like, 50, 60-year-old woman now or something like that. And it's, like, she did the, you know, the, like, iconic, you know, eat my shorts, and he recognized it. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I cannot... I don't think I've ever heard of a voiceover artist like having an issue with anyone.
I mean, I think they're not surrounded in as much fame and popularity as like.
Well, I think like when live action
actors.
you recognize for your voice and your looks, but in voiceovers you only get recognized for your voice. And most of the time, voice actors have to alter their voice. So it's never normally their natural
But then there's
voice.
those actors who sound exactly the same every single role they play.
Well, it's like in Family Guy, like Seth MacFarlane, he voices Brian, which is his normal voice. Mm-hmm. But then he does Quagmire, Stewie, Peter, all of them like altering his voice, you know.
Yeah, some of them do a really good job of that.
Oh, he does, man. Oh, speaking of which, this is kind of off topic, but who gives a fuck? That new series he's making, the live action series he's making called The Orville, where it's basically like a parody of Star Trek.
Oh, no, yeah, I saw it.
Oh, it looks fucking hysterical. It's like premiering on the 10th of September. I cannot wait to see that. It looks fucking hysterical.
It does look really funny.
Oh, I can't wait to see that. But, how about you, Eric? Have you done anything? What's going on with you?
Wait, just put me on the spot, guy.
Wait, it just curved.
Oh, we're gonna be doing that the whole fucking time.
Oh, I love your reaction. It's fun.
Oh god, yeah. So no, like no.
Nope, nothing new.
Okay. I thought about this topic the other day just because it's like a topic. It gets discussed so much that why haven't we talked about it? And it's pick a superpower. If you have any fucking superpower, what would it be?
Any power?
Any fucking superpower. Anyone.
I think it would easily be time.
Like control time?
Control time.
That could fuck up so much. Look at the doctor. Like, he has to like make sure he doesn't fuck up everything on a daily basis. Why would you want
Well, think about how much good he's done too with that power.
He has, but he's also known as like the greatest, like he's committed genocide on multiple occasions. Like,
yeah,
he is like been regarded as like the biggest mass murderer in like all of space and time.
Semantics.
So, like, yeah, he's done a lot. You
can't murder something if it doesn't exist anymore.
But it does exist. Like what he did to like the Time Lords and the the Gallifreyans, and then like the Daleks and shit like that. Like he actually found out like this season with Peter Capaldi, he actually like led to the creation of the Daleks. So he has fucked up so much shit. Or it's like eventually, like with David Tennant, he's like, first he was like, I have to be very cautious. I have to obey the rules of time, and then he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I am the rules of time. I don't give a shit.
I quit.
I am the Time Lord. I am the Time Lord. I don't give a fuck.
He went from I'm a Time Lord to I'm the
Time Lord. I don't give a fuck. I make my own rules.
That's a god complex there.
I'm gonna win. It is.
Yeah.
I mean, by definition, what do you think of him as a god at this point? He lives for thousands of years. He has destroyed more civilizations than any other alien species, and that's saying a lot. He has survived shit after shit, and he's a madman with a box. He's
a madman with a box. I love that.
The greatest quote ever was, "I'm a madman with a box without a box." He gets the TARDIS that gets like stolen. Like, what am I gonna do? I'm a madman with a box without a box. I want to make my own TARDIS, which he does. I don't get it. Like, apparently before this, like when he was like the first Doctor, he wasn't all that like smart compared to other Gallifreyans, like other Time Lords. But he's the only one who fucking lived, so who gives a fuck?
Right? Sometimes it's all that matters.
Okay, if you could use time, like what would you do? Like what would you do with it?
Well, if you could basically live forever at that point, and then you could, just jump around different times. Why?
Oh, do you like how Captain Jack Harkness was? Like he exists within every second of every focal point in focal point in time, so he can't die.
So he wouldn't like change anything. You just jump around, experiencing it all.
You know, I'm okay with that as long as he's not fucking with us. Like I'd go see Jesus. I'm like, why?
Because I can.
Probably won't fix anything.
No, like why the fuck would I fix anything? Like isn't that one of the laws of times? Like don't go back in time and fuck with shit because whole bunch of other shit will happen. Like the Nazis will
Butterfly
become
effect. And
Trump will become elected president, and Nazis will be okay in the U.S.
There you go. Tell you what, when you become this magical time altering person, go back and prevent Trump from getting elected.
It's probably because somebody went back in time and tried to avoid it that he did get elected.
Trump is timeline trying to rectify itself.
Yeah, somebody went back in time and fucked with it, and because of that, Trump did get elected. So that's probably what happened. Like, don't go fucking with like timelines or some shit like that. Like,
that's what Hitler was. Somebody fucked with time. Like,
no, I guess like what was it like? I found out like he's like a painter and like somebody didn't like his painting, so he's like, I'm gonna kill all the fucking Jews, like you naturally do.
Yeah, well, obviously we get to
if this podcast fails, I'm gonna kill all the Hawaiians.
Right. Hey, they don't do anything.
All the Samoans.
The Samoans don't do anything. They sit there, they're fat and happy. Aloha, brother. Like,
exactly.
No matter who you are, you show up and they love you.
Exactly. Because it didn't make any sense when, like, Hitler's like, I'm gonna kill the Jews. What the fuck were they doing?
It was their noses and their greedy money grubbing hands, and they're.
Okay, I want you all to know that was Mike who said that. He was saying that about the Jews.
It's rehearsed.
Speaking of which, if
The
Nazis,
truth hurts.
that's the thing though. Like, I imagine at some point we're gonna be sponsored by Nazis. Like Taylor Swift is gonna send us an email and be like, "Hey, we're gonna sponsor you guys."
I mean, I don't know. Nazis are showing up in this country already.
I love seeing all these like things on Facebook about how you can't like Captain America's like. In my day, we used to punch the shit out of Nazis. You can't do that nowadays. It's like, how long? Like, what the fuck has happened?
Well, it depends which comic you're going by. One of the comics, he is a Nazi. Well, he's Hydra, but
I don't even fucking get that. You know, yeah, Captain.
when that first
Captain
came
Nazi,
out, that destroyed the nerd world temporarily. Like, you had like people from all forms of like comics, anime, just it slapped their picture there instead and just said something they would never say. Like, I saw one that said Batman said I killed my parents. Like, I saw what the hell.
Captain America's a cock to begin with. Like, I don't fucking give a fuck. Speaking of, do you know there's actually a new Batman comic coming out that has him? It's called the Smiling Man or something like that, or Laughing Man, and it's basically he wears all leather, and he basically resembles like the mouth of Sauron, where he's basically like everything else is covered except his mouth, and he has his 4 Robins on like metal leashes, and they're like zombies.
I know, like the vampire Batman.
It's kind of, but it's different. It's not the same one. But I know that sounds made up. But no, I should know that's actually a thing, and I actually want to read the shit out of this.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's happening within, I think it's like the new Teen Titans comics, and it's apparently this is a Batman, and I want to see this. 100%. Can this be a movie? Vampire Batman and zombie Batman. This needs to be a fucking thing.
Right. You know, I've always been curious what would happen if like a zombie virus broke out in like the Marvel universe.
Actually,
like,
speaking of which, if you had to pick
DC
any
universe.
Batman comic to be turned into a movie, what would you want?
Honestly, I'd like the Killing Joke.
Like a live action one. Like
I would love to see a live action Killing Joke. It would be dark as fuck.
I want to see the Darkest Night version where Thomas Wayne is Batman and Martha
the
Wayne.
Flashpoint side.
Martha Wayne is the Joker.
Yeah,
I want to see that. I want to see that one so bad. That'd be so fucking cool. Anyway, so yeah, pick a superpower. What would you think?
I would like to manipulate any form of electricity. Just lightning itself is my weapon.
Like manipulate or be able to create it?
Yes.
Okay. Because like I watched X2 like a couple days ago, and like Pyro in it, like he can control fire, but he can't create it.
But think about it from this standpoint. Like even nowadays, that you're not exactly low on energy. You can literally stick your finger in a light socket and you're like, woohoo! I win!
But I always felt like that was like one of the dumbest things about like the Green Lantern is like the fact like his like ring can run out of energy and he has to like
recharge it. Yeah.
Recharge by doing the stupid Green Lantern nose on the lantern.
And that's one of those things I don't like about, like, I understand, like, especially like the lanterns themselves, they're obnoxiously powerful, but their kind of their cost is the fact that they have to recharge their powers.
Oh my god!
I prefer powers that you yourself can create and use.
Normally I don't like the Green Lanterns, but there is one Batman comic that is fucking metal as shit. Undead, Black Ring Batman.
Sounds dope.
Undead Batman who has one of the Black Lantern rings.
Well, about time he gets a superpower.
Oh my god, it is so fucking metal, and it needs to be a thing.
So what would your superpower be then, Nick?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I've had this question.
Larger penis?
Ringing in my head. Like, I don't know if that's a superpower. Like, I can control the size of it. Like, hey, ladies.
Yeah, I change mine to a personality.
I think I would. I don't know. It's such a like a question. It's like you really think about. It's like if you pick one, it's gotta be like fucking epic.
It's gotta be good.
It has to be good.
Just the one, yeah.
Because it's like I always used to think like I have this like insane love of like Wolverine and like the animation of claws, but it's like then you look at like the movie Logan and it's like that his healing wears off,
yeah,
and it's poisoning him. That sucks.
Things though regeneration though would be a really cool power as well.
That's the thing. Like his regeneration kept him alive for 200 years.
Yeah,
almost 200 years. So I would say I wouldn't want to control space itself.
Yeah, we should team up.
Space and time over there, you know.
Oh yeah, like I think that would be like fucking cool as shit. Like
being
able to control like the cosmos itself, like being able to like travel into different like multiverses and stuff like that, and like be able to manipulate like planets and stuff. Like, I always loved the idea of the in K Project, I really love the Gold King. Like, that's his ability, like, astral projection. But I really do love the Gray King, who is like his thing is like perfect defense, and he uses like mist and fog to create like this impenetrable barrier. I always like the idea of like defensive superpowers. That's like the best defense, like the best offense is a great defense.
I'm the opposite.
So it's like
the opposite mindset.
I don't know. Like, I like the idea.
If I beat you before you can hit me, guess what?
But it's like, but if you can't beat them because of their ultimate defense, that can be used as a great offense. Like, I think that like it both ends of the spectrum, so it's perfect. So I'll pick that one. I'll pick like perfect defense, like a perfect defensive capability. Anyway, so going on to our first segment, nerd news, where we talk about any previous or upcoming events that happen within the nerd world that we wanted to talk about. And the first one we want to talk about is Metal Gear Solid is getting a movie. So they're talking about getting directors and stuff like that, and they're saying like this one is getting the full Hollywood treatment, and people are once again saying, is this going to break the video game movie curse? What do you guys think?
I mean, there are movies in the past that have done very well, like spy-based movies. So it's not like Hollywood's not accustomed to seeing a spy movie.
Yeah.
So they have a lot to draw from in that aspect. But my biggest thing is just play the fucking games first.
I mean, yeah.
Like if you're gonna direct a video game movie, if you're gonna direct an anime movie, whatever it is, look at the source material first.
Well, I've heard two sides that are like both compelling. One side says you do that because then you get a whole grasp of the story. But in the other spectrum, I've heard people argue that if you do that, then your mind's gonna get muddled with too many different things to do, and then you'll like put too much shit into a short amount of time.
Well, so I mean, I think that's where it comes from, a good balance of that. That's also where it comes from good decision making on the director's part to be able to filter through all that.
Well, you have movies nowadays where it's like, look at the Warcraft movie, and it was too much of sticking to the source material. Like, it wasn't adapted properly.
But, I mean, I'm not saying stick, like, 100% to the source material. You take the source material and just make sure it's accurate enough, but you can still change certain things about it. Like, you see this with the MCU all the time, too. Like, they'll change minor things just enough to make it easier for the people to understand what's going on, but still remain true to this.
I think they here's the thing though, they use the happy medium where it's like there's enough source material but also enough like original ideas mixed into it that makes it successful, which so far these video game movies have yet to do. They try to get a good mixture, but it doesn't seem to work out too well. I mean, another thing is that like Marvel has so many different versions of the comics to take from that they can mix and match certain things.
Well, in the Metal Gear Solid franchise, isn't there 3 different snakes they could follow too?
You have the Metal Gear, and then you have like Metal Gear like Solid. Then you have so you have Solid Snake, the one that everybody knows. Then you have Solid Snake. You have Liquid Snake. Then you have Venom Snake. You have so many different
so
Big Boss.
There's a bunch of different stories.
Then you have the one with Raiden as him as Solid Snake. There's so much to take from, but it's like if you're gonna do it, like obviously they're probably gonna focus on the Solid Snake, the original. I don't know if they're gonna do like the Big Boss, or they're gonna do the clone Solid Snake that usually everybody refers to when they refer to Metal Gear Solid. That snake. Either way, I mean, it's both gonna be. I think it's gonna be fucking awesome. But case in point, it's another video game movie that people are once again asking the same question they've asked every single one of these: is it finally gonna break the video game curse?
Well, I mean, the thing is though, even recently, with these, even though these video game movies recently have failed, the good thing about them is they are getting the Hollywood attention.
Also, the fact
they are getting the Hollywood treatment, so there is more hope now than there ever has been for them.
They're creeping in a good way, because I want to say, I know a lot of people had their issues with Warcraft and Assassin's Creed, but I can say Assassin's Creed was it was the right idea. They were hitting the mark, just not 100%. They just needed to tweak a couple more things, and then they'll finally get it. It's the fact people are complaining about it's not perfect, but it's there's no such thing as a perfect movie. It's all subjective. So I'll say, like, even though I enjoyed Assassin's Creed, I can see why people have an issue with it. But I can also see why some people had issues with, like, Avengers and things like that. People that, like, are claiming are, like, some of the best movies, like, ever made. There are issues. There's not a single movie you're going to come out with that has, like, not, like, it's going to have some issue in it. And video games movies have had a lot of issues, but they're slowly fixing them. Like,
they're adapting, they're getting better.
Like, back in, like, I want to say, it was, like, the 70s or the 80s, I mean, they came out with a Captain America movie nobody fucking ever heard of, or people didn't even remember. They had Nick Fury movie. Once again, nobody fucking really thinks about or even remembers. And they were fucking terrible. Look at all the Hulk movies that led up to Avengers, that they all were pretty much received terribly.
Yeah.
But then they hit their mark. They got the right idea with Iron Man.
With Iron Man.
Iron Man was done right. I'm not going to say that. It's like, not every comic can be adapted to a good movie. Same thing with every video game. You can't take every video game and turn it into a successful movie. It's finding the right movie, the right director, the right actor. You know, so even though, like, at least for Assassin's Creed in this case, it might have not been the best director, but I liked Michael Fassbender in this role because he brought something interesting to it. He looks like he really enjoyed the role and that he was doing really well with it. But case in point with Metal Gear Solid, I've heard so many different rumors about who they're casting as Solid Snake. And I heard, like, Chris Evans, Captain America, was maybe one of them.
I could see that.
I don't want him to, though. Either want somebody completely new and unknown, or, you know, somebody who, like... there was one Hollywood actor who... I'm trying to remember his name. He was in that, like, show 24... whatever, but he did the voice of him, and it's like, if he was just other couple years younger, or he was playing, like, the older version of Snake, he'd be perfect. So now you just gotta find the younger version, and then you can use, like, this particular actor for I think it was Kiefer Sutherland. Kiefer Sutherland was the voice of Big Boss. So I don't know.
I mean, I think the one thing is that they're almost trying to do what Ghost in the Shell did by attaching such a large name to the movie, Scarlett Johansson. That alone drove.
I don't necessarily know if the reason, like, 100%, like, I mean, it might be one of the reasons they attached Scarlett Johansson to Ghost in the Shell, because it's Scarlett Johansson, or the fact that she actually kind of did look like the Major from the anime.
I think it was happy both. You know?
It was. I think it was happy coincidence. I think she was perfect. It was not. They have to find the right director. It's honestly, you know, that, and the producers need to know that you have to do it in a specific way. You need somebody who understands this kind of stuff. Which, at least, like, Kevin Feige at Marvel, he's understanding this stuff, because, like, when they started, like, when they were like, okay, we're gonna do Iron Man, then we're gonna do all this stuff, like, they started off kind of rocky, but then they got their niche, and they're figuring it out. Mm-hmm. Which, I know DC is trying to do the same thing. Once again, they're having a rocky start, but they're starting to find it.
Yeah, well,
like Wonder Woman was, you know, Wonder Woman was their first, like, huge success. I'll say 100% that everyone's like, oh, this is fucking amazing. So this is what DC can do.
And then the Justice League movie's looking really good too.
I have no doubts in my mind that Aquaman's gonna do fucking amazing, because
he looks great. Yeah.
The one director, I know he's usually known for doing, like, horror movies. He made the Conjurings and then the Insidious movies, at least the first two. James Wan, but he did Fast 7, I want to say, or Fast 8. It was one of those. But I know he's a really great director. He's just killing it right now, and I think he'll do really good with Aquaman. Well, I think one thing you have to have when it comes to directing a comic book movie, at least, or even a video game movie, you have to like the character and or the source material to really get it.
That is one of those things. If the director's not invested, the actors aren't going to be invested, and then the movie's just going to turn out horrible.
Because what I heard was, I can't say this 100% true, but I this was heard from secondhand, that the person who created Man of Steel, the standalone Superman movie that led up to Batman vs Superman, doesn't like Superman. Which, why would you make a Superman movie if you don't like him?
Paycheck.
Which, it fucking sucks. People need
Simply
to move
for the paycheck.
People need to move away from that. If we don't, like, you can tell the people at Marvel, they love what they're doing. They love their job.
Yeah.
And it's 100%. You can tell that they are absolutely invested in it, and they love what they're doing. Like, I don't think there's anybody on set in a Marvel movie who's not smiling from ear to ear the entire fucking time.
Yeah.
You can tell. It's just.
I mean, you see that with the behind the scenes shit and all that.
Oh yeah, everyone is always enjoying themselves. Yeah, there are probably days that it probably goes really bad, but.
I mean, that's with any job, though, you know.
And it kind of sucks that, like, when I heard the, like, Deadpool when that was going on, like, Ryan Reynolds and Tim Miller, the director, were butting heads so much. I don't know how, to, like, what degree, but when you have your main lead and the director having issues with each other over which way something should be done, or where, something should go, it's going to cause issues.
Well, the thing is, Ryan Reynolds has a pretty good grasp on Deadpool himself.
He does. At this point, he is Deadpool.
Right, yeah, I mean, he is the live personification of Deadpool.
He is perfect for the role. But everybody knew that. Like,
he was born to play from the beginning.
Even though X-Men Origins Wolverine sucked, he was the best part as Wade Wilson.
Yeah, they nailed him.
They did. That was, like, 100%, like, perfect casting. We'll give you that one.
Then they decided to sew his mouth shut.
Merc with a mouth without a mouth. That makes so much sense. But yeah, so Metal Gear Solid movie is coming out. I don't get my hopes up for these things anymore, but am I going to watch it? 100%, yeah.
I mean, there's definitely potential there.
There is. There's always potential with anything.
There's always potential.
But it's whether they're going to understand that or even tap into that potential. That's the question.
Yeah, I mean...
Whether are they going to do it to, like, be like, oh, people love this character, people love the story, so we're going to give them the full treatment, or we're going to make a quick buck.
I mean, this could be the next, big spy movie, This could be the next James Bond, like...
I think we don't need that, though. I mean, like, the fact that we have, like, another James Bond coming around, and then Kingsman 2 coming around, something like that, it's like, we have gotten spy movies for the last, like, 60 years.
Yeah.
Like, we're finally getting, like, superhero movies, and it's like, people have yet to be like, we don't need any more. We're still like, no, keep shoveling that shit into me. Mm-hmm. Give me Marvel's dick. I'll take it. I will suck it all out of this fucking thing. Just give it all to me.
I mean, Marvel, Disney basically owns the fucking movies.
Disney owns, Disney, itself, by itself, is one of the most successful movie companies in there. So now they own Marvel and Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Holy fucking shit.
They own the entire Hollywood market. Like, it doesn't matter what's coming out at the time. They could be like, well, we're releasing this, and the entire world will be like, ooh, Disney.
Unrelated, but did you hear about them wanting to make a live-action Kingdom Hearts movie?
I did hear about that, actually, yes. And it's not Disney that's holding out on it. It's actually Tetsuya Nomura that's holding
I can see why. Like, he doesn't want... Like, I remember, when they made the animated, Advent Children and then all that kind of stuff, like, alright, that's live action. If it's animated, so if it fails, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah. But live action, that can kill...
Well, the thing is, though, Tetsuya Nomura, the interview I saw, he said he was never opposed to it. Just simply, he's cautious about it. He wants to... Yeah. He says if it's done, he wants it to be done right.
Yeah. That's anyone. That's any movie should be done right if you're tackling it like that. Especially with Disney paying for it.
In his hands, it could be done well.
You want Tetsuya Nomura to direct it?
No, not direct it. As long as he helps oversee the script, as long as he helps his input, like one of the best things I love about the Harry Potter movies is when J.K. Rowling from the third movie on was involved the entire time.
Yes, but she didn't really she actually wrote the screenplay for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This is the first she helped with the other Harry Potter movies, but this one she actually wrote.
Yes.
So that one you can tell. It really looks like they took a really different approach to it. Like, you can tell, the Fantastic Beasts movies are different than the Harry Potter movies. They should be, one. And two, I'm actually really enjoying Fantastic Beasts than I did with, Sorcerer's Stone. It's the build-up to a new franchise, and I'm enjoying it much, much more.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, though, Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets did not have her touch in it either.
No, they didn't. You could tell. I mean, it was a brand new.
You could tell from the second to the third movie, it just shifted.
Can you fucking imagine if Disney got a hold of the Harry Potter series? If Universal didn't have it, can you imagine that shit?
It'd be over.
Having a control of Marvel,
Disney would own
Star Wars,
everything.
And Harry Potter. Holy fucking shit!
I mean, I think there are bigger names they could probably achieve, but. I don't know, maybe if they get the like we were saying, the 007 franchise.
You think 007 is bigger than Harry Potter right now?
Maybe not right now, but as a whole, I'd say yes. I mean, think about how long 007 has been a
True, thing. Yeah, true.
And all many iconic names that have been attached to it. Sean Connery, he's...
That's it, one name?
I listen, I'm bad with actors.
Pierce Brosnan, Daniel Craig. I can't remember the name of the original 007. My apologies.
There you go.
Gonna piss so many people off.
Yeah, I know. At least I know my 007s. At least I can't remember the first one, but Push like a law.
Moving
on. The Destiny 2 trailer, the launch trailer got released this last week. Destiny 2 comes out on September 6th, which from this point is like 2 weeks from now. It looks good.
It looks really well. I really enjoyed the trailer. I mean, the first game kind of turned
it lost a lot of luster. Yeah.
I'm a more narrative gamer anyway.
Yeah, a game without a story is just most of the time not worth playing.
Destiny 1, they did have a story there, but it was so left open because of the multiplayer that the story suffered for it. And I that is my one hope for Destiny 2 is that you can just have this multiplayer game work well with the story.
From what I hear, it is the story it's much more immersed into the story. It's much more in the game. It's more, it's better incorporated from what I hear. There's a lot more like campaign missions this time around. Like they said, like if they had to like put a percentage on it, it's like more than like 70%. Than the last game. There's a lot of that. Yep. There's so much more stuff to do, and there's a better way to incorporate. I mean, one of the biggest things that like was a problem for me in Destiny 1 was Destiny 1, like Maker said, because I couldn't get around and do many raids or like trials too much, because you would never.
There's no matchmaking.
If you didn't know 6 people who were like diehard fans of Destiny, they probably weren't on at this like specific time, and you had to like. I was only able to do raids like 5 or 6 times throughout the like entirety of Destiny of year 2 and 3, and it kind of sucks. And they like anytime they were asking about like matchmaking with raids and like that, it's like, well, get out there and make new friends. It's not that easy. It's
not that simple.
It's really not that simple. I was literally saying the car ride to Mike. I want to go to the midnight release of Destiny 2 just so I can meet more people who play Destiny, because that's how bad it gets sometimes. Some people have conventions. I mean, they have Guardian Con, which is not dedicated specifically just to Destiny, but its main premise is Destiny.
Yeah.
And when you can meet all these people who play Destiny, you get names, you can talk to people and stuff like that. Yeah, that works great. But for the casual players who would love to do these things, they feel left out, and that's how you lose your audience. That's how you lose players. It kind of sucks. And am I telling them you need to force like matchmaking into the game? No, but if you could have it optional, I mean,
this thing. If you have your party, you should be able to jump in perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But if you don't have anybody, or like say like even just the 3 of us are involved, and we need 3 or more people to hop on to matchmaking.
That's the
keep
thing,
the 3 of us together, and then just throw in 3 more. Even like I understand you run the risk of getting paired with people who suck at the game,
which I've happened to me
who
before.
Don't play at the game really, but those occasions where you get stuck with get paired up with that guy who's on your level, maybe even better than you, and especially if you guys both do well, you guys work well together. Boom, that's a chance to make another friend right there.
Honestly, anyone who's ever done the raids and stuff like that, who has played the game and needed to get another person for it, it's more of a pain in the ass getting that one more person than it is to get like 3 or 4 of them. It is a bigger pain in the ass, because I mean it all rides on the people you're playing with, and I've had on both ends.
What kind of snowballs in? Like the one raid you and me did, you added me, you added one more person, they added one more person, they added one more person. It just kind of snowballs into the next.
It is clockwork. But for all those who can't do that, who aren't very sociable, but who would still like to do this, and maybe through that become a little more sociable, you need to have some sort of implement something that can make it easier for people. I'm not trying to bitch or anything like that. Like, I love Destiny so much that like I will become Destiny's whore when Destiny 2 comes out, and I will probably play that. It's a podcast, sir. You have to talk. You can't gesture at like sucking a dick and expect people to understand.
Use your big boy words.
Use your words.
It's kind of hard to talk over you guys. I don't know.
Are you kidding me? I talk over him all the time.
We literally are pausing.
So you're louder than he is.
We're literally pausing so you can get in on this, and like you're
putting me on the spot.
Quiet, just quietness.
I'll just sit in my corner.
All right. Going over to you played Destiny 1 for a little bit.
Yeah, I played it when it first came out.
What caused you to stop playing it?
There wasn't enough to do. Like when it
Case
first
in
came
point.
out,
Yeah.
there was just nothing. I could go over like 1 or 2 missions, and I had to keep doing that same mission over and over again just to get anywhere.
It's the grind.
I will say
games, I don't mind grinding it and
is
getting the gear,
a
but
loot oriented game. But the fact is that there's some like at least in like Diablo or Borderlands,
you have fun doing it.
There's fun doing it because you get the most ridiculous stuff, and it's always fun doing it. In Destiny, you literally grind for one single thing, and it causes you so much frustration.
I mean, what was it? That Jade Rabbit you wanted to get? Didn't it take you like a year and a half to fucking get that?
2 years. I'd say 2 years of me trying, like, doing 3 of coin, doing everything I possibly fucking can to get this one fucking gun, and I finally, it's fucking irony that, like,
the moment I joined your party that day, you're like, I got it!
It wasn't just that, but it was like, when we finally get, like, announcement that Destiny 2 is coming out in, like, within, like, 3 months, now I get the gun I always wanted.
Yeah. Be dropping
It was actually kind of funny, like, I want to say, like, a couple weeks ago, you ever heard of one of those moments when you're doing something that you just 100% know this is what this thing is going to be?
Mm-hmm.
There was one exotic I was missing that you could, the last exotic you can get that I needed that you get from a drop, was this particular sniper called Zen Meteor. It was added with, it might have been Rise of Iron, it might have been before that, but there was one last gun I needed that you could get from a drop, and it was this thing. And I went to the Cryptarch and I was like 100% like, I know this is what this is going to be. Like, there was not a single doubt in my mind. You ever had that moment where it's like, you know 100% like this is what's going to be, and then right when I got it, it's like, yep, Zen Meteor. I knew exactly what it was, and it might be because I didn't care, or it's because I just had this thing in the back of my head. It's like, I know this is what this is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But for the rest of, like, everyone else, like, I remember in year 1, like, anytime anyone ever got, like, I can say it might be better for some people because, like, in year 1, if you got, like, Gallahorn, people freak the fuck out and just oh my god, yes! Because it had such horrible RNG. But for people playing, like, Diablo and, like, Borderlands, stuff like that, it's not the difficulty of trying to get it, it's the fun doing it.
Yeah.
Because you do a lot of fun missions, it's a lot of fun, like, if you're going to do a game that grinds, then do one that's fun. And Destiny, for me, at least at first, was fun during the grind because it was
so much easier to grind in those other games, too.
It is.
You know, like, in Borderlands, you can do it yourself. In Diablo, you can do it yourself. And, like, in Destiny, you had to get the good shit, you had to do the raids.
You had to do raids. You had to do these strikes. You have to have multiple people, which some people can't do, either because of anxiety or issues with making friends, or they just don't really want to be, like, go out and say, hey, do you play Destiny? Do you want to do this with me? With 5 other people. It sucks, and hopefully they can figure out a way around that. But I've heard both, like, sides of the story where, like the diehard players who have a raid team are like, don't put matchmaking in. I don't want it.
Again, make it optional. If you have your party,
make it optional.
If you have your party, you can skip matchmaking.
It's all perspective. You can't be, like, in this one spot, and being like, oh, I have my raid team, I have my trials team. They diehard fans. We do this every week. I don't want random people in my game. Shut the fuck up. But for other people, it's like, I've never been able to do a raid, I've never been able to do trials, because I don't know that many people. And they say, oh, we'll go out there and meet people. It's not that simple. I can honestly say, this sounds like a raid, or Jesus,
a rant.
I'm going on a tangent, but, like, once again, it's like, for some, like, the stuff we're talking about this week, it honestly incorporates into certain things that need to be incorporated in certain games, which actually leads into the next thing. But, like, Destiny 2 trailer looked really cool. I'm actually really excited for it. We talked about Destiny 2 before, but I'm excited for it, and I just wanted to talk about how it actually looked really cool. And
I think one of the biggest problems it did have is even in the story missions, like, you really couldn't do things by yourself.
No. Yeah.
I do love co-op games. Don't get me wrong. I really do, like, a lot.
But when it's, like, forced,
most of the games I play are co-op.
Yeah.
I've played Bloodborne with you, I've played Dark Souls with you, I've played Borderlands, Diablo. Stuff like that. But those are still games I can sit down and play myself and be perfectly fine. I mean, maybe not Dark Souls and Bloodborne, but
but case in point, at least for, like, Destiny 2 in this case, it needs to not rely so heavily on multiplayer and make it more if you want instead of you need.
Exactly.
I like the fact that the missions incorporate 3 people, and I like the fact that you can meet new people and do stuff like this, because it is kind of helpful. But at the same time, it's like you have to rely on 2 other people, especially if 2 other people aren't as good as you, or they're not had as much time to invest in it. They go down, it makes it that much more difficult for yourself.
Well, I mean, one of the things, like, I don't believe Destiny did this, because it was just all around the same difficulty, even with people.
Yep.
But, like, stuff like Borderlands and Diablo, when somebody else joined your party, the difficulty increased.
Same thing with
and it's like
Dark Souls,
Bloodborne as well, which helps balance Diablo. the multiplayer versus single player aspect of it too. If you're good at single player, somebody incorporating and if somebody who's also good at single player joins in your co-oping, you should be fine.
Yeah,
because the difficulty increases too, but you're both good at the game. I mean, even like in our events, like when I started playing Bloodborne and I sucked hard, you joined my game and we could still play.
Oh, it's fun, great, yeah. That leads into the next topic, that it's not necessarily this itself, but it's the idea of it. But Horizon Zero Dawn got a patch, not really a patch, but like it got a update where it added an easy mode, which there are many games that can really benefit from an easy mode. Like the one of the things I know that we were like talking about is like some of the Dark Souls games, Bloodborne games that I know that like I had a friend who looked at Bloodborne and said, this looks so fucking cool, but I'm not going to be able to play it because it is so fucking difficult. Now, there are people out there who's like, oh, get good, you noob. You need to shut the fuck up and come on.
The thing is, though, that there's casual gamers who would love to experience these games.
Yeah, absolutely. But they get reamed because they're not as good at it, and they would love to experience it.
I mean, you can speak for this. In Bloodborne, I was terrible at first.
Yeah, he was.
Eventually, I'm to the point now where I was forced to get better at the game. I've beaten it myself now, and it's good knowing, it is good getting that satisfaction that you went from being completely destroyed by the first boss to, like, eventually getting to the point where, like, yeah, I just beat this game by myself.
Yeah, the thing, 100%.
But even, like, I'm playing Dark Souls again now, and it's just, like, I wanted my easy mode, man.
Yeah.
Like, and easy mode, like, on the flip side, there are some games that deserve a hard mode. Yeah. You know, like, something like the Pokemon franchise itself needs a fucking hard mode.
I don't know. All right, now, I'm not going to say it needs one.
It doesn't need, but it would benefit from it.
But here's the thing with Horizon Zero Dawn. It didn't need an easy mode, but it gave you one because there are some people who are having an issue with it that wanted to experience the game, wanted to experience the story, but was having a hard time with it. So they implemented an easy mode. It was that fucking easy. They sent out a patch and they gave it an easy mode. If it's that fucking simple, why isn't some of these other games doing that? Like Dark Souls and Bloodborne and some of these other things like Nioh or some of these games that are known for being difficult can implement this an optional easy mode later on in the game that people can jump into. It doesn't seem that difficult.
Like the Soulsborne whole IP, the whole media itself is designed to be difficult.
It is famous for being difficult.
But the problem with that aspect is that they would attract so many more people to the franchise.
Yeah.
If there was that easy mode on it. Because once somebody beats the easy mode, you know what they're going to do? They're going to go, I want a little more challenge. Let me try it on hard mode. And then, I mean, look at their ass kick, but they'll learn from that too, just the way I did it first in Bloodborne, and they will evolve into the game. And easy mode's a good way to learn the mechanics of the game before jumping into a higher difficulty.
And that's the thing, like Bloodborne, I can say 100% like a good example because it is so beautiful. It's so beautifully designed.
It is. It's so well made. The Victorian era.
When I first hopped into it, I could look at the graphics for hours. It is so fucking beautiful that you want to experience it. And then moving further on, you find a new area, and it's like, oh, it's creepy. The game is creepy as fuck, but
the horror itself is. It's disgusting and creepy.
Yeah,
but
it's beautiful at the same time. Well made. It is. Yeah,
like even Vicar Amelia's transformation scene, your stomach turns, but it's just it's so well made.
It's so well made. It's so beautiful.
The detail is extremely well done.
That I know a lot of people would love to experience, but unfortunately, because there is no easy mode.
Even the flow of combat itself is very well made.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, it does take a while to get into the rhythm, but once you do, you don't fall out of it.
Well, this is why it kind of appeals to me, is because I played every Dark Souls game. I played Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne. I'm playing Nioh at the moment, and for some reason, this game is kicking my ass. And for the life of me, I can't figure out why. It might be because it's a different style to how
different maker, different rhythm, different.
Well, the one thing that what like really annoys me is that at least in Bloodborne or the Dark Souls games, it doesn't go from easy, hard. You know, it has a good structure. It has a good flow where it goes from either the boss is more difficult, or then you can like find an optional boss that's like really easy, and then go back to like a main story boss that is
as the story
scaled.
Progresses. You get
it scales a little bit.
Evenly,
It's like this mild amount at each time. This game it goes from decent to super fucking difficult to actually pretty fucking easy to mega ultra difficult, and there's no structure to it whatsoever. Which I mean, Dark Souls had to like get a hold, like they figured it out. And
I mean,
like,
well, Dark Souls has had 3 games. Well,
you can
more
say
than that.
Demon Souls. I mean, the first one was Demon Souls, then
Demon
Dark Souls, Dark
all
Souls
3
2,
Dark Souls, Bloodborne,
Dark Souls 3,
you know?
Bloodborne. They've had like multiple games to figure it out.
They've had a lot of time.
Yeah, they've had a lot of time to figure it out. Now, I would say it's new, you know, and it's you know, definitely got to work around some kinks and stuff like that. But one thing it needs to work on is this flow to the bosses, and it's like you have to adjust yourself to a boss, and then you have to adjust yourself to a new boss. But going from one boss who was super easy, then to one who was super difficult, to another boss that was like easy, then difficult, then mega difficult, then easy again. There needs to have some kind of structure to it.
I mean, that also comes with the
throws you
incorporation
off.
of an easy mode, for example.
Exactly.
That would maybe change that. I mean, change it a little bit.
Once again, somebody's gonna say, "Oh, I beat Nio, get good." I've beaten Bloodborne, Dark Souls, and stuff like that.
The debate isn't about getting good. I understand, like, the hardcore players.
There are some games that
there
you're
are
gonna be good
casual
at.
players
Yeah.
who would love to experience this story. I am a casual player. I admit that hands down. But I did bunker down and get good at Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Yes, but like as I'm playing through Dark Souls now, like I find myself loving the story, loving the environment, loving the weapons,
exactly.
But
You know,
I'm having a hard time, especially being good at Bloodborne versus the speed of Dark Souls. Like it's different games, but I just can't get into my niche in Dark Souls.
at least like in Nio, in my case, there's something I think I should love. You're playing a fucking samurai who are fighting demons in like historical settings. So like everybody you meet existed. This is historically accurate, and you're meeting all these awesome people like Masamune, fucking Hattori Hanzo, shit like that. And you think I should be loving it, but I'm starting to resent it just because of all the difficulty. Like I can't enjoy the story because of getting my ass kicked.
Well, you notice
every
the flaws
5
more than you do
seconds.
the benefits of the game. You know,
It is, and it's like
you see what annoys you, and then after seeing it over and over again, it just draws you.
It just takes me, and it's like, I mean, lately I picked it back up again and started playing it again. But like I'm starting to like, and I was doing really well for a time, and then I'm starting to get to that point again.
I mean, that is why I put down Dark Souls 3 the first time. I got stuck on Osiris, and it pissed me off so much. I just dropped the game. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy I picked it back up.
Yeah.
But it's
unfortunate. Yeah.
What were you? You ever had a game that's like the difficulty just annoyed you so much that you had to just drop it? And
I don't know. Do you play anything that's not Fallout?
That's not Fallout 4.
Yeah. I played Alien Isolation to the max level, and
that one you know what you're getting into. That one is meant to rape you in the ass and just be like, yeah, fuck, take my alien.
And don't play it with a fucking camera. Do not play it with a PlayStation camera because the microphone, it picks up on what you're saying, and the alien comes to you.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I would love to do a game like a playthrough of that with you guys.
I'd love to stream that. That'd be fun.
God, that'd be so good. You have to use the camera. To
oh God, yes.
Just have somebody like, fuck it! I was like, oh shit! Oh God, that'd be fucking great. Oh, I want to see that now. I still want to see you play World Final Fantasy. I still want to see you play that.
It might reach my channel. Then.
Pokemon with Final Fantasy characters and monsters. Come on, it's fucking made for you.
It might drop on my.
All right. Anyways, so an easy mode that once again it wasn't really about Horizon Zero Dawn. We didn't really talk about Horizon Zero Dawn, but it's the idea of like putting the fact
concept of easy mode in.
It was the easy mode that was like it was this fucking simple. Like they just put out in easy mode. That's fucking brilliant. Mm-hmm. I didn't know it was that easy. It means you can do that with other games. If Horizon Zero Dawn can do it, which by the way is a fucking great game.
And I can tell you, if Dark Souls 3 does it, I'm telling you, I am playing on easy mode.
If Nio does it,
I am not even thinking about it. I'm making a brand new character on easy mode, and I am playing the game.
I don't give a shit if people like judge me for Nio. Like if Nio gets an easy mode, I don't give a fuck. I'm doing it. I'll easy mode that shit.
It's like I'm just sick of relying on other people to help me through the game.
Yeah.
Because I have like at this point, I have like 6 different people I play the games with, and like on my main character, I have beaten the game. I still have the Ring City DLC to finish.
Yeah. Oh god damn that dragon.
But
oh my god, that fucking dragon.
But like once you get up in level, it's not that bad because like I jumped into another player's, or I was playing with some of my friends because since that character's finished, I was playing with 2 other people on their New Game Plus 2. And I was doing just fine because my character's up to level at that point.
You know, there's one particular person who needs to play some of those games. You can't tell, but I'm looking at him.
Yeah, who is that?
Yeah.
I have the disc version. You can borrow it.
You guys live together. That the fact that you have no excuse anymore. You have no excuse. You need to play one of these games for fuck's sake for 5 minutes.
You could probably say the same thing about Fallout 4 with me. We're just gonna wake up one day and just throw the discs at each other.
I'm still playing Final Fantasy 15, even though I've pretty much done everything. I'm still like a New Game Plus with that fucking game. I'm still playing Witcher 3, Nioh.
Fucking those games you just
I haven't even
play.
I haven't even started Breath of the Wild yet. God damn, that's gonna take for fucking ever and a half.
Overwhelmed with good games.
Dragon Age Inquisition, I have played through probably 6 times already.
I don't need another fucking. I had no interest in Fallout 4. I liked watching Team 4-Star play it. I loved watching the playthroughs, but I had no fucking interest.
Yeah.
If you like the game, hey, good for you. That's awesome.
We're not dissing the game. Like, I talked about this last week with Skyrim. That my problem with the Fallout series is the exact same. I can't stay focused.
Yeah, it's too much for you.
Yes, it is way too much.
Oh yeah,
literally.
I hate
in
when
Skyrim. I am telling you, before even facing my first dragon, I made it up to the Mage College all the way the fuck up north.
I can honestly say
before facing my first dragon.
Anyone can agree to this.
I am that distracted.
Anyone can agree to this that. If you're gonna try to play a game, especially like Fallout 4, that's like massively open world and stuff like that, and unless you already are invested in it and you really like the game already, you're just not gonna want to do that. Like I can honestly say, if like Darksiders 3, if that's like open world, or like Final Fantasy 7 and Kingdom Hearts like 3, if like they're open world, I will probably explore the shit out of that and just be invested in it so much. But like something like Fallout 4 that I had no really interest in it to begin with. You have to like explore so much to get like really get good into it and whatnot. It's not worth it to me. Mm-hmm. So once again, I'm not dissing the game. Nobody's here is dissing the game. But why you what?
I mean, so much favoritism in this.
I mean, it's our genuine opinion. We don't knock you for liking the game, maybe for not playing other games, but it's like,
damn.
How many times have you played through that game?
I didn't know. Here's the thing. I didn't know.
Fifth
playthrough of.
And I usually put like 100+ hours in like single playthrough.
Jesus Christ!
I mean, that's not as impressive with me in like Destiny, but I didn't know monotony was a thing when it came to games. I didn't think that was a fucking thing. Like you could see other people, Eric. You can see other people.
Do you know where we are right now?
Holy fuck!
Other games.
Holy crap! Like that's the thing. I've dipped my dick into like 60 different games in the last like 3 years. I'm
probably half that, but still, you've played 2 games in the past 9 years?
Experience some other coochie. Get some other video game pussy. Jesus Christ. Live a little. God damn. I played the same game like 60 times.
If you like a game, you can play it to death. That's the point of games.
Yes, but
he's not entirely wrong.
You're gonna go from like absolute like fucking lovers, like I love this, I want to marry you too. Hey, we don't fuck anymore, but we're good friends.
I mean, in his defense...
Oh my god!
In his defense, I have played through the entire Mass Effect trilogy, the original trilogy, the only ones that matter, probably 15
times. But you play other games! Like, I do the same thing with Darksiders, but I play other games.
You don't see me play those other games,
I have easily put
We're friends on Facebook, friends on like PlayStation Network. Anytime you're on Fallout 4.
I also have an Xbox. I have other systems.
He does have an Xbox.
I have a fucking timestamp for every single one of these fucking things. Oh, hey, look.
But it's like, I mean, in his defense, I have easily put in just as many hours in Mass Effect series as he has in Fallout 4.
No, I can say the same thing
easily.
For me right now with Bloodborne, Final Fantasy 15.
I have gotten every single ending.
100%.
I have gotten every single... I have even done every romance in that game. I have done the gay romance, for Christ's sake, because my OCD would not let me...
I say, for Destiny, I know I've definitely put in a shit ton of hours. I think I even have...
It was disturbing, but I was physically uncomfortable.
But I don't know.
Ooh, got kind of heated there.
Anyway,
it did. But I have over like fucking 30 plus hours of just, or not 30 days of Destiny. Put that into hours or whatever. But like that's the thing. Like at least I play other games. Jesus Christ! We're gonna set you up like a dating profile for video games. Can that be a thing? like Match.com for video games.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna go into his room one day and just hide the disc.
Do it.
No.
He plays like 6 different copies.
He's gonna go into withdrawal. Like,
Dude, I'm gonna start scratching my arms and just.
he's like, I need my Fallout 4. I need it.
I'll suck your dick for Fallout 4 disc. I'll suck your dick.
It's gonna disappear. It's gonna disappear. I'm gonna be sitting and just twirling it in my hand. I'm gonna log on to PlayStation, playing Fallout 4. How?
He's just, you see him like video chatting, like him sucking a dick.
You say that, but I'm probably gonna go all misery on you.
Oh,
If
Paul.
it wasn't even me, like, what if somebody broke into our apartment and just stole our games? Not even like the system, just the games. And we'd both be like, dude, well, fuck.
We'd have like nothing to do with.
I know.
I actually have several games programmed, like downloaded on my PlayStation, so I'd be okay.
Oh, Paul. You killed my Fallout!
You tracked this guy down to the ends of the earth.
Yeah, gotta kill him.
Fallout 4!
Do you know what they used to do to the slaves who took Fallout 4 discs? Oh, they didn't kill them, but they had to make sure they couldn't run away. So what they took is they took a railroad track and then beat their foot with a fucking anvil. We're gonna make sure you can't run away. Where's my Fallout? Jesus Christ.
You're gonna curb stomp somebody, you're just gonna open their jaw on the curb.
He's gonna somehow create in real life the Kirk hammer and then beat the living shit.
There's just so much hate right here.
Not hate for the game, but hate for you right now. The fact that you were, God damn, take your dick out of the fucking game and experience some other shit. God damn.
Alright. We've made fun of him enough now.
Alright, moving on. Jesus Christ. Alright, so this is actually pretty fucking cool, which we're actually kind of like excited about. So the Netflix co-founder has this crazy plan, and go ahead and tell us what it is, Mike.
Basically, he's trying to get the AMC to start a subscription service. You pay $10 a month, and you can see any movie you want. Unlimited movies.
Like at the movie theater? Or
at the theater itself.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay, people, this needs to fucking happen.
The thing is, though, I've actually talked to Craig, who was on here previously before about this, is the theaters don't make their money from the ticket sales.
Yeah.
They don't. They make their money off of the snacks and all that stuff. And if you're going to the movie, you're gonna fucking buy popcorn.
Yeah,
you're gonna fucking buy nachos.
Yeah.
You're gonna buy pop. So like you're still going. That's why their food prices are so jacked up so high. But I mean, they would not lose money at all. In fact, they may gain money.
I would say they would probably make more money.
The price of movies themselves are stupid expensive.
Like depending on the time of day, like give me like $15 sometimes.
Exactly. Like I like watching movies and all that, but the thing that deters me from going to the theater to see movies is the price.
Yeah, it really is.
So like, if I could pay $10 a month, I'd see movies almost as often.
I would see. I wouldn't even care what the movie was. I'd go and see it if like for $10.
Like once a week, I'd fucking go out.
Oh, I would. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, get you to the theater.
It's just like go see a movie, come back, record a podcast, review the movie.
Exactly. Like, you might actually grow your movie dick out a little bit. You'll actually understand a few things.
You know, expand upon the 5 movies I've seen.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we counted 10 at one point, right?
No, again, I'm telling you, I went to a movie store and actually they had all the movies in alphabetical order, and I actually sat there because I was genuinely curious how many movies I've seen, and I got almost to 200, and I was only halfway through the alphabet. So I well exceeded what I thought I would. So Craig was actually impressed. He's like, Mike, I'm surprised.
I 100% am completely for this. Oh my God, come on.
I'd be all over that. Even me, like.
I'm
not a big movie buff.
Even movies that probably suck,
I'd go see.
Yeah, because it's like,
who cares? You didn't fucking pay anything.
Yeah. Here's the thing: people who are like movie fans will know that the worst time of the year for movies is January. That is the worst time for movies. Like any movie that comes out in January just already like holds a place of like this is probably going to suck.
Really?
Yeah, January is the time of the year that movies just fucking suck. So
Dragon Age, or did Dragon Ball Evolution come out at that time?
I don't think he was even in a movie theater.
Oh, the pain. No, I know it hit theaters and it made me cry. Anyway.
But anyway, so I'm already laughing at the next thing, but All right, so that's nerd news. Yeah, come on, $10 for an access pass for AMC. They're probably gonna cut you off at some point, being like,
I mean, maybe like $10 a month for like 3 movies. It's still even though that's still really fucking good.
Yeah, if I get 3 or 4 movies out of a month, I could, or even 5, depending on a good month. That's worth it. I'll pay the $10. I don't give a shit. Even if I'm not seeing a movie that month, I'll still pay for the month just in case I want to see one. Because you know what, that's a pretty good fucking price.
Yeah.
And just so AMC keeps it going, I would pay the $10 just so they keep it going.
Exactly.
Because it's worth it.
I'd probably just, instead of monthly, I'd probably just do one of those like what Netflix and shit has, just pay for the year in advance. Sure.
Yeah.
I'll pay for the year. Let's do it.
Do it. Oh, I'll do it. Have an all-you-can access pass.
That'd be what, $120 for the year. They would probably give a discount like most of them do for buying.
Well, like 10. For the year. 10 times 12.
Yeah,
$120. Fuck yeah, dude! I'll even pay for $15 a month if it means getting to jump the line. If I get to jump the line,
because the gold pass. At that point, going to see one movie a month, you're making your money.
Just seeing. That's it. You pay $15 for a month and you go see 2 or 3 movies. You're making your money back. 100%.
It's like people who buy season tickets to concerts or amusement parks and shit like that.
Yeah, sporting events, something like that.
Yeah, 100%. If you go to two, you make your money back.
Yeah, exactly. All right, moving on to our next segment called What the Fuck. This is the things that we look at in the media, whether it be, news stories, video games, anime, or something like that. Just something going on that we look at and makes us go, what the fuck. This first one, I laughed fucking hysterically when I heard. So, the eclipse happened on the 22nd. And so, people started asking the Flat Earth people to explain the solar eclipse, and it is fucking hysterical.
All right, listen. If you are a flat earther,
you're an idiot.
You are stupid.
Get the fuck out.
Science is a thing. Science exists. We have been in space.
We have satellite images from space.
We know the Earth is round.
Well, I don't think you guys are going to get to these people.
I think it's called elliptical, but oh my god, these people are so. Oh my god,
I don't know.
No,
Nick, you should know better than anybody that you can't get to some people. It's hard.
Right?
I know, but goddamn, this is beyond stupid.
It is very hard to break that border of stupidity people have around their brain.
It's
and then the cockamamie bullshit they come up with to try to explain why they're right.
It's borderlines on
it's retarded, but yeah.
I'm not to make fun of people actually with mental disabilities. You people are fucking retarded.
No.
Flat earthers are retarded.
No.
This is borderline on ignorance.
Mental disability is not retardation. Stupid people are retarded.
This is beyond fucking ignorance and stupidity. What the serious fuck? I'm gonna read you off one of the quotes from somebody who was asked.
Christ.
This is just one of them. Okay. So this is from somebody who is a flat earther. All of them satanic liars get exposed by the flat earth family all day, every day. They can't keep up with all the lies being perfectly orchestrated. They simply aren't capable. What the fuck?
This is from the same group that made a Twitter post stating, there are flat earth believers all around the globe. Think about that sentence.
Here's some other quotes that this is them telling you why it's obvious that our planet is flat. NASA is telling you not to look at the eclipse because the reflection of the flat earth will appear on the moon. If you're wondering where your tax dollars go, it's costing billions to simulate the solar eclipse over the flat earth. The eclipse hoax is over. What did you learn? When it goes dark, and why don't the world experience the same? Why a NASA path, flat earth? Democrats are buying up all of the viewing glasses to view this year's flat earth eclipse. What the serious fuck? Why? What? No. What? Oh my god! My brain!
Listen, I'm all for stupid jokes, and every once in a while, I'm acting like an idiot. I do it all the time myself.
It's just taken too far.
But my brain cannot handle that. It just can't. I act like the stupidest person around because I'm surrounded by smart people. And it's fun breaking them. It is very fun watching them break. Nick, I do this to you all the time.
Yeah.
Just, I love watching your brain just destroy itself trying to figure out how I am this smart, but act this dumb. But when it happens to me, it just hurts.
My brain is beyond just deflating. It had to my
brain cells are committing suicide.
Yeah.
I feel them. They're popping.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
What about you, Eric? What do you think of the flat earthers about the oh my god, I can't even talk.
I think a lot of people are just trying to get a joke. They're trying to...
No, these are 100% actual
you honestly
answers.
think a lot of these people are just...
Yes.
That actually reminds me.
Full-on believers?
Yes.
There was this Facebook page that existed a while ago called Christians Against Dinosaurs.
I told someone about this yesterday.
They were legit a group of Christians who believed dinosaurs did not exist.
Okay, you know what? That one is fine. Alright, whatever. Okay, I can believe that something didn't exist. But the fact that you're saying, even though we have video and photographic evidence that shows the Earth fucking spinning.
If you throw enough evidence at somebody, they still won't believe it.
And they're still saying, no, the Earth is flat. Are you... What? Did you ever see the official page of the Flat Earthers? Where they say, we have millions of supporters all around the globe. Are you fucking kidding me?
I think that was a joke, though.
Think about that statement.
Are you fucking kidding? If they are a joke, then fine. But if there's actually people who fully believe this,
think as though it's to the point where, like, if it is a joke, I don't even... It's gone too far.
100%.
It's over. You got your laugh.
No wonder the rest of the world is making fun of us. Making fun of America and shit. Because...
Not just America, they're all around the globe.
Yes. Apparently on the flat Earth, yeah, it's all around. What?
Oh my God.
What?
Do you even science, bro? Bro, do you even science?
Speaking of that, alright, so they did a video of Trump staring up at the goddamn sun.
No glasses!
During the eclipse, no glasses.
What a fucking retard!
No wonder the other countries, the continents and countries of the world are saying America is fucking stupid. This is our fucking president! This is our fucking president! Hey, I'm gonna look up it during the sun. Even fucking NASA's like...
he's a flat earther!
What the fuck? Even NASA's like, don't do this, you'll probably go blind. I'm gonna look... Oh, hey... Whatever my dumb wife's name is. Hey, look up at the sun. It's the eclipse. Isn't it pretty?
I can just picture him looking up and just bleeding out the eyes. It's so bright. My eyes feel weird.
Oh God! Just why? This is our president.
No, I laugh at all those pictures on Facebook because we live in New York, so it's like we barely got. Barely covers.
Yeah.
It didn't even and all these people we know taking pictures of the fucking eclipse. It's like, I saw the eclipse. Really? I see a bright light on your phone. I don't see anything. What are you taking a picture of besides the sun?
Here's the thing, my dad, he lived in Charlotte, and he looked up and he saw 100% to him covered the
100% eclipse.
And it looked like he said it was looking like 8 o'clock at night. And it's up here, with us here up north, we saw a glimpse of it, but not too much.
It got pretty dark, which was nice because I fucking took a nap. But
okay,
I was D&Ding that night, so I'm always out till fucking 2 in the morning. So I took a nap. But it's just fucking. It's so stupid.
We have a retard for.
I knew people. I actually know people. Work with people who went down or literally drove 8 hours just to fucking see this eclipse. Good for you.
I mean, every few years.
What a great use of money, man. Just here's the thing. If it was something really astronomical,
if it was a comet or something, Halley's Comet, I would love to go see.
You actually got it was the only time in history you ever get to see a planet this fucking close, where it's so close you can actually see it.
Something like that, yes. But solar eclipses happen once every 5-6 years.
Oh no, not even.
It's 2 or 3.
No, more than that. Maybe 10 to 15 years.
Still, there'll be 6-7 of them in our lifetime. You know,
yeah.
I have my entire life still. I'm 25 years old, turning 25 years old. I got time.
If we were living back in time of the Mayans and things like that,
It'd blow their mind. They'd be worshiping the fucking
They'd be
thing.
sacrificing people. Let's do that again. Let's sacrifice Trump to the sun.
Let's sacrifice Trump and round up all the flat earthers.
Yeah.
And the YOLOs and the
let's kick him off the side. We'll kick him off the side of the planet.
Yeah.
We'll kick him off the side.
We'll actually go to that Mayan temple, like where this hole supposedly is bottomless. We'll just kick him down there and see if it's actually a hole in the floor.
Push, go ahead.
Sparta him.
Just Sparta.
I want to know. I want to ask a flat earther. Then how deep is the planet? How far does it go?
Yeah, if it's flat, how thick is it? Like, we physically dig down in the planet, like.
Yeah.
So they don't believe in a core either, then I guess.
No, apparently they just think that our rectangular planet just spins like imagine a rectangle just spinning. Okay.
Do we have table legs? Is that kind of
Where's the table on the planetary? Yeah.
No, we're like that one circus act where you try to balance and spin the plate on the stick or whatever.
Yeah.
Apparently that's what the planet's doing. At some point we're just gonna tip over.
We're gonna tip over. We're gonna see a giant clown. That's God.
Because you have all the stupid people on one side.
Oh, it's God's face. Why does he have a bright red nose?
We as a civilization need to end. If I was God, I'd be like, no wonder God has abandoned us because of this shit. Hey, your president's staring up at the sun during a solar eclipse.
Let's flood the earth again.
With no glasses and just, hey, isn't it pretty?
God's up there sitting, I need to hit the reset button again. Jesus is like, no, you promised you wouldn't do that again. No, I promised I wouldn't flood the earth again. A giant meteor is not what I didn't promise.
No, he's like, you know what? I don't have to do anything. Trump's going to piss off the North Koreans.
We're all going to hit the nuke buttons. And
then we could all play Fallout together.
We can play the real Fallout 4.
Okay. I just want to say...
I want to cosplay as a super mutant.
I just want to say something. We have talked about a lot of depressing and offensive stuff and, very disturbing stuff. That might be the most disturbing shit I've ever heard. Because it's actually possible. Right. And I need to shut the fuck up because I'm going to have nightmares for days now.
There's just giant cockroaches running around.
I'm just picturing that one bitch whose skin is falling off. She's like, it's okay. You hit the nuclear, you hit the nuke in front of our, in the middle of our town.
You blew up this nuke that we decided to build a town around.
Oh, do you smell something cooking?
They fucking deserve that.
Your face is falling off.
You built a town around an undetonated nuclear warhead. What did you think was going to happen?
Can we do that to Trump, please?
Just set an unexploded nuke in the
you know what, Eric? I want you to take a nuke, go back in time. I want you to set it underneath the White House before it was when it was being built.
And just wait.
Just wait.
Just wait.
And then when Trump finally
gets sworn in, you just... Boop.
Boom.
We're sitting here in New York. We see the little mushroom cloud from here.
Feel like, you know what? It's worth it. I'm okay with it.
It's not like you changed anything in the past.
No. We just
changed our
we just pretty much stopped the apocalypse from happening.
Yeah, we stopped World War
World War III and Civil War 2.
No, we're gonna call it World War 6 because Trump is so fucking stupid.
He's gonna label it wrong.
We just skip 3 and 4 and scored it.
This is World War 1. We already did that.
3, 4, and 5. Just skip it all. Let's go to 6.
Well, I had good authority that
my wife said that it'd be better if it was World War 6. Okay, his wife's fucking stupid too.
It's pretty sad to think this man not only runs a country, but one of the most successful businesses in the world.
You know what? Even though people obviously don't understand the actual concept of the Illuminati and say that
he's got to be a figurehead.
He is the bullet shield for the Illuminati. They're like, this guy is so fucking stupid. Let's make him a billionaire. Let him run the country because while we're doing everything behind the scenes and making the world ready for a takeover, he's pissing everyone off with,
he's their scapegoat.
People protesting the removal of a fucking statue and staring up at the fucking eclipse.
Dude, there's no way he's doing this on purpose. There's no way he's being...
No, I think he's actually intentionally dim. I think he actually is stupid.
You know, it almost felt like a sick joke when he ran. And I'm almost positive he did not intend to win.
Apparently he talked. His one good friend is Howard Stern, the radio guy, and he said to him because Howard Stern actually said this on his radio. Trump never intended on getting elected. He never intended. Here's the even South Park was so 100%.
You know, it's stupid how South Park, American Dad, Family Guy, stuff like that, they predict all this shit.
South Park
Simpsons
was 100% convinced that Hillary was going to win. They made an episode already for when the election came out. They had to go back and redo
scrap it.
Yeah. They were so fucking convinced. This fucking moron.
Well, you say that, but we're doing this to ourselves.
Okay, a year ago, I think now, when Trump started running, Kanye West said he was going to run for president. And at the time, I'm like, no one's ever going to fucking do that. He's a fucking idiot. I'm not so sure anymore.
Didn't the Rock say he's going to run too? Dwayne The Rock?
If he runs against Kanye West, I'm voting for The Rock.
I'm voting Dwayne. Sorry, Kanye, not really.
He is the most, here's the thing. There's two people in this world that I want to beat to death and then bury underneath the world and just have no remains found, and that's Justin Bieber and Kanye West. Because Kanye West has the he is so fucking egotistical, it is fucking crazy.
Dude, don't piss off God, man.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Hey, we ain't talking about Eminem, man.
Seriously, I like Eminem. I not like rap, but I always hear he's actually a pretty cool guy.
I love how Kanye West is like, I'm sent by God, and then literally Eminem in an interview was like, I don't remember sending anybody.
No, I just love how Kanye West actually said on Ellen, you can fucking look this up. He actually sent Ellen that I am or somewhere he said like this, I'm the most influential person to be born in the last within the next 2,000 years. So past and present, like more influential than Leonardo da Vinci or Jesus,
Gandhi,
all these great people.
I'm the most influential person in like the last 2,000 years.
Dude, Trump's more influential than you. Back the fuck up.
He said his great, his
check your privilege, sir.
He said his greatest, regret is he'll never get to see himself live. He asked fucking Mark Zuckerberg for $1 billion because he said if he had that money, he could do everything he always wanted and make the world a better place. Fucking kill yourself!
This is the same guy who filed bankruptcy, sold plain t-shirts on Amazon for $500 a pop. Stupid thing is, people bought them. I mean, good for him. That's literally $500
No.
Playing off stupid people.
But when you yourself is stupid...
Yeah.
No. It's like watching two handicapped people fight. It might be funny, but you should stop it.
You should stop it.
Yeah, you should. But no,
you're sitting there watching. I'm gonna need a Hail Mary tonight.
He'll have fucking Justin Bieber's his vice president, and it's like, you know what? At that point, kill us. I don't give a shit. Blow up the planet. I'm moving to Canada or Jamaica. I don't give a shit.
Anywhere would be better. I could be at the bottom of the ocean and I'd be okay.
I'm okay with it. No. Okay. Alright. This next one is going to be, not as bad, but it's still pissing me off. So, there was a show that came out during, I want to say it was the 80s, or the 70s and the 80s, that had, what's that fucking guy? He was on Baywatch and shit.
Fuck. Hef?
Yeah, Hugh Hefner.
No.
Hugh Hefner, Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
Hoff.
Yeah, Hoffman? Fuck! What is his name?
Pissing off so many people right now.
Okay, whatever. The fucking actor dude who was in Baywatch and shit like that. Okay, there was a particular show that he was in during that time that was really good called Knight Rider. It had the talking car.
Yep.
And David Hasselhoff. That's his name. David Hasselhoff. So yeah, he was in this show. It was Knight Rider. They had this kit, the talking advanced car, and they did shit.
They did shit.
Yeah. I'm not glorifying it, but it was a pretty good series. They're doing a reboot. They say it's going to be a comedy, and it's probably going to star Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, really?
No.
What's gotten popular lately?
What is your problem with Kevin Hart?
No.
Knight Rider's not a comedy. Knight Rider was an action series.
Yes.
Yeah, but they can do whatever they want. Kind of like...
That is like fucking baking the Dukes of Hazzard with two black guys. Does it make any fucking sense? Not that I'm against black people by any means. Kevin Hart needs to stop... Kevin Hart and The Rock need to stop being put in everything. Just stop it.
Kevin Hart needs to stop putting in everything. I like The Rock. I like Dwayne Johnson. I can watch him all day.
He's funny. It's great. I want to see him do a movie with Jason Momoa and then actually have a good fight.
Yes, dude, I loved in the Fast and Furious franchise when him and Vin Diesel fucking.
I know, but I'm sorry.
Just literally the two biggest muscle-bound dudes at the time in Hollywood, and you're just like,
I'm sorry. The Rock would win against the Vin Diesel.
Because he's got like
at that time, yes, Vin Diesel at that time was. I mean, he wasn't what he used to be.
Yeah,
but.
If it was The Rock fighting Riddick, then it's not even a fight. That's a slaughterfest.
Riddick beats everyone. Riddick beats Superman.
Riddick beats God.
There is nobody Riddick can't beat. I know, like, you talk up Dr. Manhattan and the Endless. No, Riddick.
Riddick, yeah.
The Endless. I am Death. No.
I am Riddick.
Riddick beats all. And you know what? I don't care. Death Battle cover this. I don't care. Riddick beats everybody.
Yeah.
His luck stat is infinite.
Take any fighter, Riddick will win.
And I don't think you're going to see him staring at the sun.
He is the sun.
He has goggles.
I don't think there's really all that, like, supposed to be, like, that dark and that shit, like, you know.
There was literally a scene in Pitch Black where when the eclipse is starting, he's looking at the sun with his...
Yeah.
No, he even takes his shades off. He lifts them and looks towards the sun.
I think as long as it's not direct light, I think he's...
Yeah, it's not direct light, but it's still a fucking eclipse.
Anyway,
One,
Knight Rider didn't need a reboot. 2, it doesn't need to be a comedy. And 3, Kevin Hart doesn't need to be in it.
You know, I don't even know what the big thing about Kevin Hart is anymore.
It's because he's been killing with
he's
comedy.
Spaz comedy.
With his stand up.
He's not even funny. He's spaz comedy.
I think he's pretty entertaining, but he doesn't need to be in every fucking movie.
The only thing I enjoyed him in was in that was it Ride Along, I think it was. Him and Ice Cube.
I didn't like it.
I liked that movie. It was pretty funny to me.
I didn't laugh. Like, the trailer was funny, but like when I actually came down to watch it, which a lot of movies suffer from nowadays, where like they put the funniest bits in the trailer, and then when it gets out,
they gotta make the trailer look good. So
and it's just like, if you don't use the funniest parts, you know.
But I did enjoy it, but that's like the only thing I've seen Kevin Hart in that I enjoyed. Anything else, he's just. There's other people who do spaz comedy better.
Honestly,
Jim Carrey does spaz comedy better.
Then guys, you know what? Then that's it. Like I said, like it's like taking the Dukes of Hazzard and having two like a Mexican and a black guy. It makes no fucking sense.
Dude, in the Dukes of Hazzard, they get lynched.
Oh my god. I want to see this now.
You might see how successful this thing turns out.
The Dukes of Hazzard.
It might be successful, but not for the right reasons.
Because of Kevin Hart, not because it's good.
Not because it's like Knight Rider. Like, come on.
Just hate of an
That's like bringing the A-Team back and then like just having like Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton and shit like that in it. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay.
Yeah, do the rest of this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, moving on to our next segment, Geek Review, where we talk about and review movies, video games, anime, and we give our patented, our geek
rating of approval.
Rating of approval from 1 to 5. 1 being
we'll get there,
Kill with Fire, and then 5
There's a movie
being a full-on voluptuous sucking of the dick. So the first one we're talking about is Annabelle Creation. We went and saw that in theaters. We wanted to go see Dark Tower, but then our buddy Craig said, let's go see a good movie.
Wow.
Which kind of... Wow. Okay.
You like what you like, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I did like Annabelle Creation. It wasn't bad. Well, I liked the movie.
There was a bunch of fucking teenagers in it that they wouldn't shut up.
Listen, if you're gonna fucking see a movie, shut the fuck up. I'm okay for a few side comments every once in a while. Yeah. You see something, you think of something funny, make your comment. Stay quiet about it though. Whisper it. Literally, this one kid, I heard him whisper, "I'm going to scream." And at that point, like, I'm literally clenching the arm of the chair. I am so mad. And then the second a jump scare happened, the kid deliberately screamed. I went to move, and Craig grabbed my arm. I'm like, oh.
I mean, at that point, you can't blame like parents bringing in kids for that or anything.
I can blame parents bringing kids in. It was a rated R movie.
Was it rated R?
Yes, it was rated R. I checked the tickets. I checked it online. It was rated R. Yes, it wasn't a hard R like something like Deadpool was when we saw stupid kids in there. It was still a rated R movie. A rating system exists for a reason.
Yeah.
This is not what we're talking about, though. The movie was good. I liked the movie.
I noticed issues with it, but like all around, it was actually a pretty good horror movie. Apparently, I didn't watch the first one because apparently it sucks. Everybody says this one's actually pretty decent.
This one ties literally directly into like right at the end.
Yeah, it goes, the first scene of the first like.
It is essentially the first scene of the first. Yeah, and it was decent. I mean, when I went back and rethought about the movie without the frustration of the kids, the jump scares were good. I would have probably jumped a lot more if I wasn't so angry. Like, if I was engrossed in the movie, I probably would have been more scared than what I was.
I don't know, like, I thought it was decent. I didn't think it was all that amazing, because it's like, I mean, I love, like, the movie he made previously to this one was Lights Out, which I really liked.
I did hear that one was a really good one.
It was, like, based off that short film off of YouTube.
With Lights Out, that was the one with the guy's, like, deaf and blind? Or not deaf, he's completely blind, right?
No, Lights Out is the one where it was a short film off of YouTube where this lady turns off a light and then she sees this woman in the darkness, turns it back on, she's gone, turns it back off, she appears again. And so the whole premise is the movie about this woman who can only appear when all the lights are out.
Oh, okay.
Dark. It's actually, if you want to have, like, it was a perfect combination. It was just like the anxiety of the situation, and
we can all relate to shit like that.
Yeah, you can relate to that. Like
every single one of us has run up our basement stairs.
Humans are like programmed from like
fear the
darkness and stuff like that. The fear what's in it. And
it's like an instinctual just paranoia.
Yeah,
what could be in the darkness.
And this just really hit on its head, and it was actually pretty decent.
And yet, it's strange how much we go out of our way to experience that paranoia, though.
We want that thrill.
We love the thrill of it. Like,
it's the thrill, yeah.
That's why we go to music
parks. Like,
that's the thing too. Is like those movies, their music just really sells it too.
I want to say it was John Hamilton. It was somebody famous who said, "There's nothing more invigorating than being shot at and missed."
Well, yeah, the missing part's probably the best part,
but like having such a situation like in a horror movie, in case of point with like Annabelle, there were some moments that were actually pretty like interesting. Like, I won't say they were terrifying, but they were like, they get your anxiety up. They were anxiety
they really sold.
They weren't scary, but it really got your anxiety up, and you're like.
And the one thing they did in this one that they did not do in the original movie really was they showed the demon in the doll.
They did. Well, a lot more.
Well, yes. They showed it in the original movie. They only showed it like once.
Yeah.
This one, it appeared through most of the last part.
Yeah.
It was there. It was present, and you knew it was there. And the strange thing is, I'm getting chills talking about it now, but it actually it fucked with you pretty good seeing some of the shit it did.
One thing that I found interesting though, it's like within the same world as the Conjuring series. So even now, like, horror movies have their own like extended universe, but they didn't reference it, which I both liked and disliked at the same time. It would have been interesting if like they mentioned the Warrens, but the fact that like, well, we know they get involved, but not till later on.
Yeah. So, but this was a prequel. That's probably why they didn't mention it.
I think if I think about it, like the Warrens probably weren't even active during the time of this, because it's like Annabelle Higgins or whatever, like the one character aged like 20 plus years to the beginning of the first Annabelle movie, and that was like, and then a year later is when the Warrens got brought in, so that's actually quite a bit of time. So they probably weren't even like married or anything like that yet. So
they were definitely still young at the time, because Annabelle was young, 10 years old probably, maybe even young, maybe.
Well, the girl that got possessed was like, she wasn't Annabelle, but
she was named. Like she was named.
Yeah, she was like, she named herself that later on,
because that's what but trying to talk about it without spoiling it too much, but
spoiler alert,
it's it is really difficult. Like I always bust Craig's balls whenever he talks about something. I'm like, and he spoils something. I'm like, come on, dude, spoilers. But like, trying to do it myself and avoid spoiling things is a little more difficult sometimes.
It's a little more difficult than it looks. But at least for Annabelle, in this case, we saw it. It was pretty decent. You haven't seen it, but you have any comments?
No. I mean,
I'd go see it again. I mean,
I mean, if it's on Netflix, I might watch it again. But I
mean, maybe not maybe go to the cheapies and see it once it's there. But it's like a $4 ticket, and it fucking cares.
I don't know. I might buy it since I like buying movies more than I like watching them sometimes.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, what is it? You have like 20 movies you've never even watched.
They're
still wrapped on your fucking shelf. Yeah.
I gotta see those. I gotta see you got. Just about like Ghost in the Shell, shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay. That's a good boy.
Yeah. Dubsy just bought Ghost in the Shell too.
Oh yeah. I always felt like comedy when he said like, "Oh, finally bought this. I've heard good things. Really in for a treat." And I'm like, I kind of want to be like, no,
don't get your hopes up. But I mean, I did enjoy the movie, but
I can say like even now thinking about it more, I think I actually like I watched it for like a third time.
Okay.
When I first got the Blu-ray when it came out, I watched it, and then I watched it again like a couple of nights ago, and I'm starting to fall in love with it a lot more because I love the whole cyberpunk kind of thing. Because like people know, like my favorite movie is Tron. I love the whole cybernetic kind of thing like that. But this movie, it felt Tronish, and it just felt like it was very cyberpunky, and it really hit the theme correctly. Mm-hmm. So they can say whatever they want about the movie, whether it be the casting or the directing, but the themes and like the images itself, like the area, like you see, like the towers.
I mean, we did discuss this with Craig. Is the buildings? It was not a perfect movie, as you've stated before. There's no such thing, but I did enjoy it. It was a very good attempt.
The visuals were astounding.
The CG was besides the one scene which I picked up literally in the theater.
Yeah. But
that irked me beyond belief, but. Everything else was just amazing. All the CG
the visuals were honestly fucking astounding.
Especially like seeing the city itself, like all the holograms.
Here's the thing. Not that it's probably gonna get it, but it would be great if they got like an award for the visuals because it was honestly like some of the best use of CG. Like the visuals were so fucking good.
But that one fucking scene,
it's probably some of the best visuals I've seen in a movie in a very long time.
Yes.
So yeah, I know there's a lot of issues with it, but like when it comes to visuals,
I really wish I didn't notice it though. Is the biggest thing. Like
shit happens, man.
Because anytime I go to watch the movie again, I will. When that scene comes up, I'll.
You'll be looking for it.
Yeah. Exactly. This is like.
But anyway, for Annabelle Creation, what do you give it?
Give it a 3. What was that?
Out of 10?
No, it's
I mean, 5. This is the scale.
Yeah.
You don't know this. The scale. This is how it goes. 1 lowest number is kill or fire. 2 is a restraining order. 3 is dry humping on top of the clothes kind of shit. 4 is a light hand job.
Why is something so sexual?
Then 5 is suck it stick, like full on fellatio. Wow. So I'm gonna
dry hump.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3. I'll give it a dry hump. It wasn't that.
It was enjoyable. It was enjoyable. I would see it again. Like I said, in the
it was that middle ground for me. Yeah.
I mean. Yeah. Far from perfect.
No, it was definitely far from perfect, but it was in the middle ground for me. So I'm gonna give it I'd give it a 3 as well. Mm-hmm. I'll dry hump it. I'm not gonna go to like second base or anything like that, but like I'll give it a nice cuddle.
You grind up on it.
Yeah, I'll grind up on it and give it a nice little cuddle, but I'm not going to petting,
but that's about it.
Yeah, a little bit like petting.
Like petting, yeah.
All right, the next thing I'm talking about is something I have no right to talk about. Neither does Mike, but we put it in there just specifically for Eric.
We did kind of mention,
but
a little bit.
Fallout 4. Go ahead and review it for us.
So yes, review Fallout 4. What
actually at this point do we even really need to? He's gonna suck at stick.
No, like a legit question. What continues to drag you into the game? What is the good and the bad of the game?
See, I like the leveling part of the system. I like like making a character. I don't like a set character that they give you like in like Witch Hunter or whatever. The
Witcher.
Witcher, yeah.
So you like the character design?
I like to like make my own character. I like to do whatever I want. I don't really like a set like path in games.
You know what other game?
I never liked that.
Fucking Bloodborne.
You do have a pretty set path on it, though.
I was trying to say that before.
But the stats you can change, the appearance you can change, and you can, different weapons, different skills.
I understand if you make a game, you want to make a certain story. You want to,
Is there even a story to Fallout 4 other than the kid getting kidnapped?
You should really play it.
I know the story.
I mean, I really don't know much about the story at all, actually.
Well, Richard Ravishing.
Is it really engrossed? Like, is it actually a decent
engrossed? It can,
expanded story?
Really?
It focuses too much on outside things than the actual story itself.
Yes, you can get sidetracked with all the side missions.
That's all it is. It's all sidetrack. Oh.
Yeah, but with any game they do shit like that. Just I know.
Skyrim,
so you're not
stuff like that. Just a lot of open world games.
Fair enough.
You could always just jump back to the main storyline at any time. There's no. I mean, in Mass Effect 3, there was punishment if you stayed away from certain missions for too long. But besides that, it's like when when the entire fucking Krogan population dies because you forgot to disarm that nuke on the planet.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot.
It's like, oh yeah, there's this nuke over here. You found it? Oh, okay.
My bad.
I'll do the mission later. I'll go do missions over here. You get a fucking email from the Krogan from your friend. A fucking nuke blew out on our planet, and I found out you knew about it. Oh shit. Whoops.
Hey,
my bad.
I
promise it was on my to-do list.
I mean, even in Fall 4 there's something like that. God, just disable that nuke or don't touch it or else it'll blow up everyone in the fucking town.
Unless you like shit like that.
What do they call it? Like the something raiders or something like that? Or the... What's the fucking town of people who like rely on you way too much?
What do you mean? Which game?
In Fallout 4.
Fallout 4?
There's a town that relies on you.
Yeah, this black guy leads them. He wears like a cowboy hat.
Sanctuary Hills? Yeah, it's
No, they had a name for the group. Oh god.
Yeah, they're in Boston, so they
in Boston.
Yeah.
There was one thing I will say I kind of found funny about that, like you're in the United States and like they reference like you're in these areas and
one of the Fallouts, aren't you actually in
one's Washington DC, one's somewhere in Nevada or whatever, and then you got Boston.
That's the thing, though.
Vegas, right? Yeah.
Weren't they supposed to take place in like in the 1950s, but like a futuristic 1950s?
What it is at a certain point, like the 1940s, I think, is when it jumps into a whole new story.
Like, they discover some kind of technology or something.
They kind of like rely more on like
they discover like aliens or something like that.
They run out of
No, it wasn't aliens.
No, they focus more on like power with like atoms and stuff like that. And then they go through all the resources and that causes like conflicts between countries and then they
blow each other up.
Exchange, words.
Exchange words.
Hence probably why it's called Fallout.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, all right. So
I love the crafting part of the game.
That seems like that's like 90% of the game.
Yeah. Some people don't like that, but I mean, you don't have to do it.
A lot of
I will say the weapons are hysterical.
Some of them, yeah. Like there's one that launches mini nukes. I know.
Was there like one that like launched chainsaws or something like that? It was like a chainsaw one. Like, you just like
I know you can do with mods and shit.
Duct tape it to like a fucking like pole and.
Dude, I love seeing mods for like Fallout and Skyrim and shit like that.
So
like the shit that they just go into.
Oh yeah.
Like I saw this one picture. It's like Skyrim on console, and it was the traditional like a guy has a big Viking. He's got a shield. He's got an axe. Skyrim on PC. He's got like the TARDIS there, a lightsaber, a keyblade. There's like a Charizard flying overhead. It's just.
Hey, PC man,
mod the fuck out of those
Skyrim and shit like that. Yeah, so.
I would love for them to be able to incorporate mods on like if they could incorporate mods on like Skyrim or Fallout on the PlayStation or Xbox, I'd be all over it. I'd play them.
Yeah. I play with just a lightsaber.
Exactly.
Just go through the entire thing with a lightsaber. I have the power. I have the force.
So rating.
Oh, it's got to be a 10. Or like
we don't have it. We don't have
I
that.
know. Fine, a 5.
All right, what is 5 again?
You're gonna make me sing it.
Yes, I want you to say it. Oh, yeah.
Say it.
Say it.
Yeah, I'd suck the dick. I don't know.
Suck the dick.
You heard it, folks. Eric's gonna suck the dick. Oh,
suck.
Full on fellatio.
They have DLCs too, don't they? 1, 2, or 3 of them.
Yeah, they got like 5, but only.
Was it one where you actually found there's a cure to like the zombification and like depending on what you do, it's like you have to kill like an infant, which is the cure, or let it live and then some of that. It was like something really fucked up.
Maybe spoilers. Anyway.
Anyway.
I think that was a DLC.
Now, what about that? Does the DLC add to the experience of the main story, or is it side stuff?
What happens is when you beat... I mean, you don't have to do it in order, but you beat the main storyline, and then you can keep on going. They don't end the game like that. Yeah. So they do a DLC, and then they just add in more stuff. You go to, that world.
So the story doesn't suffer because of DLC. Okay. Because good. That's the way
it's basically just more time and more fun. You're just trying to... Yeah, with any DLC.
Yeah, as it should be.
Yeah, that's
I don't like when I mentioned this before with like certain DLCs, you lose aspect of the story.
Yeah,
and you have to pay for more of it. Dragon Ball Z. Anyway, where Ashura's Wrath is for like the infamous one. It's like, oh yeah, this is the ending. Psych, DLC, 4th chapter. Walls.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
We're at that time, aren't we?
Yeah, we're at that time. That's our podcast. We're gonna do our outro like we do every week with having former President Bill Clinton read a segment from 50 Shades of Grey. Here you are, Mr. President, and go ahead whenever you're ready.
All right, first real question. Leave in the comment section if you would vote for me again.
Oh, fuck.
If you would take me over President Trump,
I would.
I'll run again.
Alright, go ahead.
I start laughing before I even start talking.
Stop it!
Because I know it's fucked up. Like,
yeah, really.
I step towards him, slip my fearless finger inside the waistband of his jeans, and tug so he's forced to take a step closer to me. He gasps involuntarily at my unexpected audacity, then smiles down at me. I undo the button, but before I unzip him, I let my fingers wander, tracing his erection through the soft venom. He flexes his hip into my palm and closes his eyes briefly, relishing my touch. I move my hands to the front of his jeans and pull down the zipper. My intrepid fingers move through his pubic hair to his erection. I grasp him tightly. Page 218.
And like we do whenever we have a guest,
God.
we have our guest read a section as well.
Do it!
50 Shades of Grey. Whenever you're ready. Eric, he had to hide his face when you were reading that. It was,
I was looking at the.
Yeah, from there until the next.
I don't care if you hit or miss, baby. I just want to see you like this. Partially dressed. Stretched out the billiard table. Oh, God. I flush, and my inner goddess grabs a rose between her teeth and starts to tango. He carries my behind. Over and over again. I bend over the table once more. You missed, he says softly in my ear. Gently, he caresses my behind and curls his other hand around the nape of my neck, his fingers tightening around my hair at the nape. His elbow at my back, holding me down. Upon your legs, he mumbled. God, I can't do this.
You're making fun of me for not being able to do it in Bill Clinton's voice. Yeah. You can't even read it normally.
In fact, I can picture this.
Right, it's pretty vivid. They're pretty descriptive, huh?
Oh God, there's no.
Keep going. No wonder women read this shit. I'm thinking about picking up a copy myself.
Keep going.
Open your legs, he mumbled. And for a moment, I hesitate, and he smacks me hard with his ruler.
His ruler?
His ruler.
I think I'm actually going to read one this time.
Oh, jeez, here we go.
Oh, jeez, this is going to be good. I got to do this right.
They get all sensual.
Yeah. Holy fuck! She's here, gazing at me with an unnerving blank expression, holding a gun. My subconscious swoons into a dead faint, and I don't think even smelling salts will bring her back. Christian's expression is raw, full of some unnamed emotion. This is dominant Christian, and how at ease he looks. Finally, he mouths a word at her. I can't make out what it is, but the effect on Leela is immediate. She drops to the floor on her knees, her head bowed, and the gun falls and skitters uselessly across the wooden floor. Holy fuck.
I don't know.
It wasn't as hot.
It wasn't as bad, yeah.
Yeah.
That one was
Tame.
Pretty tame compared to the rest
pretty
of the
tame
stuff.
compared to the other ones we've read.
Apparently, I heard somebody say, I don't know if this is true or not, but there's actually a section where they fuck while like just feeding each other chicken nuggets.
That's so sweet.
Sounds like something I'd be into.
Oh fuck yeah, we're doing that.
So adorable.
The second fattest guy that's been on the show.
So that's our podcast. Thanks for joining us this week on another episode of the Geek Empire podcast. The Geeks Strike Back. I'm your host, Warlock Nick.
I'm Titan Mike.
And Hunter Eric.
Oh god, Destiny 2. Live long and prosper, everyone. That's not Destiny, but I couldn't think of anything else. Bye bye.